What I'm going to do today is set up a account with Ford Factory, and I'm going to go through and look at the options of setting up and purchasing a van directly from the factory. So I thought this would be helpful. Let you guys go through it with me one step at a time. This will be part one of a multi-part series of videos that I will do, going through all the options that are available when you're ordering a van from the Ford factory. And what I'll do by the end of the process, I'll go through and choose the van that I want with all the options that I need, and then at the end we'll see what the total price will be. Now, I won't be able to do all of that in one sitting because I would be here for a couple hours, because I'm going to have to go through and learn about the options. I don't know exactly what options I need, and I'll need to learn, for example, the difference between a 250 and a 350. Do I want a regular base, a long base, or an extended base? Those are the kind of things I have to define for myself and learn about before I can decide what I want. So I want us to go through and set up the Ford factory account from the very beginning, and then we'll go through and start looking at the options. And so I will pull up the video here. Okay, here's the main website, and I've got my account. You'll notice it says Hi Mitchell up in the far right side, so I'm in my account. I'm going over to, now you'll notice it says truck and vans. You don't want to click on that. That's what I mean about getting lost. I first went to trucks and vans, and all I got were the passenger vans. Well, they don't make it easy. Build and price. Build and price. And then it's going to have me view models. And here's going to show me again passenger. I don't want the passenger van. I want the cargo van. Build and price. All right, finally, vehicle configuration. Now we're looking at the basic cargo van with no options, just the basic package here. Now, the first choice we got to make here is wheelbase. The 130, you'll notice we've got a 130 and a 148 wheelbase. And I quickly found out that if you want the high roof, you're going to have the 148 wheelbase. And I think you can get the medium. You can get the regular and the medium roof with a 130, but the 148, you have to have the 148 wheelbase to get the high roof. And that's what I'm discovering here. And I do want the high roof because I'm 6'1", and when you're 6'1", you want as much head space as you can get. So all right, so I'm going to go through here and I'm going to choose the 148 wheelbase. There's the choices for low roof, medium, and you'll notice I click on high roof and it's going to tell me I have to have the 148 wheelbase. The right side is telling me what I'm fixing to remove. I'm getting out of the basic 130 and I'm going to add the 148 high roof as the option. And then we've got the gross vehicle weight rating down here, the GVWR, and we've got a choice here between the 9150 or the 9070 payload package. And it's basically asking me how much of the GVWR. Now, I went over to ChatGPT And I set up a new project in Mr. G. I'm going to call him Mr. G from now on. I'm getting tired of saying Chat GPT, so it's Mr. G from now on. I set up a new project in Mr. G, and I'm calling it Ford Transit Purchase. Well, let's see, Ford Transit Factory Purchase, I think is the way I finally came up with it. Ford Transit. And then under the Ford Transit Factory Purchase project, I'm going to start asking questions. And I was asking him what is GVWR, and what's the difference between the 9070 and the 9150. And he basically told me that the 9150 is going to give me 80 pounds more of allowable weight. The more weight, the better. 80 pounds doesn't sound like much, but it could mean the difference between, you know, having a more comfortable ride with a huge water tank. So that 80 pounds could be a big difference. And basically it's the same. I don't even know why they give you those options. You know, 80 pounds doesn't sound like a whole lot, but I guess it is. So what's the difference between the 9070 and the 9150? Well, GVWR, gross vehicle weight rating, means the van plus the passenger plus the cargo plus the fuel plus the build out, everything is the total weight, maximum total weight. So you've got either 9,070 pounds or 9,150 pounds, and the 9,150 package gives you 80 pounds more capacity. Why this matters: when you build out a camper van, weight adds up a lot, and real quickly by the time you add all of your various things that you want in your van. So the 9150 is, you know, is going to be better than the you've got 80 extra pounds to play with. The difference is only 80 pounds, but if everything's being equal, you want the most weight available. So I chose the 9150. Then it goes down under cab, and you'll notice it's got cargo van, body style. Now this is the other option you want to choose. Do you want the long extended length, the regular length, or the long? So you've got regular, long, or extended. We're talking here about the length of the van itself. And it's also got whether you want the 150, the 250, or the 350. So what's the difference between the 150, 250, and the 350? Well, it has to do with the amount of power you're going to have. Here you'll see, I'm going to go back in and ask Mr. G about the difference here. What's the difference? Between the regular, long, and extended. Regular, long, and extended refer to the body length, the wheelbase plus the rear overhang. The regular is 130, which gives you an overall length of about 219 inches, about 10.5 feet inside. So that's not much. It drives closer to the normal vehicle. It's easier to park. You have a tighter turning radius. But the 130 is going to be a little cramped if you're going to be living in a van full time. So we probably want to look at The long is the 148. No, the long is the, let's see, yeah, the wheelbase is 148 for the long, and the long extended, same wheelbase, but you have a longer extended length on the end. Your overhang is longer. So do you want that big ass overhang on the long extended? It gives you more space inside, but you have a harder time finding a parking place because it's so long, it's so extended out that you can't hardly get into a parking spot. Plus, if you're going up a ramp, going up a steep incline, it tends to bottom out, tends to rub on the rear of the van. So basically I decided to go with the long because Mr. G was telling me long is probably more in the middle and just more flexible. It gives you the extra length that you need when you're going to be living in it full time, but it's not so long that it becomes an issue finding a parking spot. My final choice here for the basic chassis was the long 350, a Transit long 350. Mr. G is telling me why the long 350 works for me in my situation. It gives me about 13 feet of usable interior length, 13 feet inside. It's enough for a fixed bed, a work area, and storage, and it's still manageable enough to where you can find a parking spot. The 350 part gives me a higher payload capacity. It gives me a stiffer suspension, and it's better suited for batteries, water tanks, cabinets, and gear. So when you're looking at living in something full-time with all of this heavy weight, the 350 is going to be better than the 250. So that's where we're going to end part one, is with my choice of the Ford Transit long 148 wheelbase, high roof 350. That's where we're at now. Well, so much for today's update. Go out and have a good day, and we'll see you tomorrow.